Hello guys, you're welcome to another episode on our YouTube channel. Today we're talking about managing your debt effectively. It's a strategy for enhancing your financial independence. Debt is something that's familiar to every one of us. You may not be in it at the moment, but the truth is you're either going to leverage it at some point in time once you understand how it can be used maximally. But today we're talking about how to manage it if you are already in debt, if you've already found yourself in debt. But debt sometimes could be leveraged to better your fortune. But if you are not disciplined, debt can become something that gets you neck deep, and sometimes it becomes a problem to get out of it. So let's get in, but we'll take it step by step on how we need to deal with our debts. Step one in dealing with your debts is that you have to come back home and take inventory of all the debts that you owe. The various categories of debts. Is it credit card debts for those of us who are in environments where credit cards are available? Is it car loan? Is it asset finance? And whatever finance that you have received that has at least made you enjoy life the way you are enjoying it. Take inventory of them, take note of their various categories, understand the various interest rates that accrue to whichever, then take note of how much in total you need to pay on a regular basis. Once you take this inventory, it makes it easier for you to begin to manage them. Step two, you need to then begin to prioritize your debts. Itemize those debts that are taking lots of interest from you and consider paying them off first. You know, we've talked about strategies for saving and budgeting. What's the basis for saving money in the bank that gives you, for instance, 5-10% interest rates, and you are indebted and your debt is collecting 20% interest rates? It's better you prioritize paying off such debts, because if you save 100,000 and you're going to earn 10,000 interest rates, and yet you're owing another 100,000 somewhere where you need to pay interest rate of 20,000, it's better you pay off and not even save that much. So prioritize your debt, pay off the high interest debts and gradually manage the lower one. So this is not a time for you to save. Instead, pay off your debt. Paying off your debt at this time is a savings for you, because when you don't, the interest eats up whatever you assume to have saved. Step three, you must also begin to explore the possibility of consolidating your loans. You know, banks at some point begin to review their books and they begin to see that some of these persons who are owing us are not meeting up. They are more than willing and able, and they are open to people who will come forward to say, this thing is choking me up. How can we repurpose it? How can we rearrange it in ways that, if I was to pay it up for 2 years, I'm seeing that the interest is choking and I can't. So the bankers can talk with you and allow you spread it further for like another 4 years. That will reduce your interest payment until your finances begin to come up again. There are even banks that will buy off your old loans, clear it off, give you opportunity to spread out so you can gradually pay. So consider all of these options, because the truth is, if you don't manage your debt properly, you'll be distracted. You can't even be at that optimal level where you're able to generate ideas and generate solutions that will earn you more money. So that's why it's important for you to manage your debts. Step four will be something that we've talked about in the past. As you're managing your old debt, you must understand that some kinds of habits that you couldn't manage that caused these debts. So at this time, step four, I recommend that you create a budget and stick with it. I'm not going to say so much about this. I'll just recommend that you go back to our old video where we talked about leveraging strategies of budgeting and saving. It will help you a lot. Step five, stay motivated, stay persistent. Don't allow the fact that you are indebted crumble you. The truth is, you need to be alive to pay off your debts. The fact that you are indebted doesn't mean that anything is wrong with you. It just means that there were financial decisions you took in the past that you're getting to review with a hope of taking better financial decision. To be frank, debt in itself is not really a bad thing. Possibly in another video, we'll talk about how to leverage debt for financial abundance. But today we're talking about how to manage the ones you are already owing. I'm sure you gleaned one or two things from this video. If you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please click the subscription button and enable the bell so that you get notified anytime we chunk out new videos. Shalom.